Are you tired of being overcharged and forced into paying a monthly subscription for your Mac and Windows software? Well, if you are, currently we're having a 50% off discount on all the latest Mac and Windows software, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and much more. Our 50% off discount will be ending soon, so be sure to text us "Need Software" to 323-405-1341. That's 323-405-1341. We aim to please, so expect 24/7 technical support, the latest premium software, instant software links delivered to your email, and PayPal buyer's protection guarantee.
All right, so real quick, before we got on, you know, I usually watch like Jeopardy and shit like that, and then after Jeopardy, fucking Wheel of Fortune just be on, you know. Right. But as Wheel of Fortune came on, we interrupt this program to fucking interrupt you with fucking Biden, you know, coming in trying to fucking convince you motherfuckers to ban guns. So let's now go to the president of the United States as he fucking brainwash the population into scare the people and use the fear mongering and the feelings that are in societies right now to try to get y'all to make yourselves defenseless.
Did you see the candles, yo? On the side?
What are you talking about?
When he came on, I saw it while we was having the technical difficulties. He was on the red carpet with the candles lit up on both sides of the carpet. Man, I'm like, what is going on, man? I've never seen that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He almost tried to make himself look like he was gonna cry or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, but he couldn't do it because he's not a good enough actor. But he was damn sure trying. Like, they would see if you can cry. Like, if you could, Joe, if you could pull a tear out, that'll really fucking seal the deal. He's like, I'm gonna try my best, guys. I'm gonna try my best. I'm not sure I can do it, but I'm gonna try. So here we go. Like, they got more shit. Fucking what just happened? Tulsa, Oklahoma, some other shit just happened. Where they keep talking about these mass shootings. Now what they're not really focusing on is the incident that happened in Xavier, where there was a guy who did have an AR who was at a graduation. Got into a beef, basically, came back with an AR and started shooting people in the parking lot. But this man, instead of it turning into some, 10 people getting killed, he was put down by a woman who was there, who was concealed carry. She had her own legal pistol with her and put this man down. Because in those situations, where do you think the police is going to be at? You think they're going to magically appear and be able to save you? No. You're going to have to save yourself. I've actually seen instances where the police witnessed a shooting and fled the scene. Like, I seen a dude get shot right by a police car, and the police murked off the scene.
Man.
Now they came back 2 minutes later with the rest of the fucking precinct and all of that type of shit. But those two motherfuckers that was in that car murked off the scene. They didn't just jump out like superheroes. Aha! Somebody just got shot. Let me fucking do my police. Them niggas didn't know if they was getting shot at. And they murked off. So don't think that these motherfucking police is here to save you like that. Like,
now, is this true? The Texas shooting in Uvalde.
Uvalde.
Yeah, they said that the police were.
Yeah, they didn't go inside when they could have. They were outside for it was a stand down operation. They stood down so that there could be fatalities and that they can use this for political gain and political means. Because believe me, I mean, from the minute after all of these shootings have happened, it's immediately gone to some political, we've got to do something, we've got about guns in this country. Now this motherfucker talking about he want to outlaw assault rifles and all this type of shit. Like, first of all, we need to look at what's going on in Canada, and you'll be able to see what they want to do here. Your boy in Canada, that motherfucker has basically outlawed handguns in Canada. He's stopped the distribution, sale of handguns and all that. So I guess if you have a handgun, in Canada, you good. But no more handguns in Canada. And Canada doesn't have the same protections that we do here in America. So in America, they have to get you to willingly give up your rights. That's what all of this is about. And they don't mind, killing people in order to achieve their goal. It is what it is, man. And we can't fall for it. Because at the end of the day, it's not about guns. They take guns away, and what's going to happen? What, people are now stabbing each other, right? What, then we're going to outlaw knives? Then we're beating people with like, when does it end? It's not about the tools. It's about the mind frame of the people. It's about the fact that we have no respect for life, and we don't value life, and those things are promoted in this country every day.
Wow.
Especially in so-called black culture. Murder and mayhem is shit. That's one of the that's in the fabric of hip hop. Of what we know hip hop to be now, anyway.
They're gonna outlaw forks.
It's not about the tools. It's not about the tools. And I'm telling you, if you allow them to scare you into this, we already saw the government on some overreaching shit with this fucking, schmack schmeen and all this other fucking see knowledge born and all of that type of shit. Like, if Americans weren't able to defend themselves from not just each other, but an overreaching tyrannical government, man, these motherfuckers would do anything.
Why do you think
anything, and you wouldn't be able to do shit?
Now,
so please don't fall for this shit, y'all.
Answer me this, Lord Jamar.
And I'm sorry that people are dying. I'm sorry that they're dying. I'm sorry that they're willing to kill people in order to try to push these things forward, but that's what these fucking devil maniacs are willing to do. What were you going to say, sir?
I feel like the opponents of gun rights, they never address this narrative where law-abiding citizens get their guns taken away and only the criminals have guns. And they keep on talking about making the laws more strict to be able to purchase firearms. But they're not addressing the narrative of people going underground, like the dark web, to acquire these weapons. So I feel like either way, it's a lose-lose for them. Because even if they come up with legislation to make it tougher to get the weapons, individuals will just go to places like the dark web or get it underground or off the streets. So it's not going to solve the issue, I feel like. Speak a little bit about
Well,
that.
if
They're not
anything, it
addressing.
punishes people who are trying to do it legally. That's what it really does. It discourages people who are trying to do it legally. Exactly. There's a certain people is going to get it regardless. You know what I mean? Like, but when it comes to trying to do it lawfully, these laws actually punish people for trying to do things lawfully. First of all, there's hundreds of laws already, gun laws on the books. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like hundreds on federal level, and then maybe thousands, seriously, on state level.
Mm-hmm.
So don't act like there's not, there's mad gun legislation already. There's mad gun laws. Like, should it be raised from 18 to 21? I don't know, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, that's neither here nor there. But when it comes to the point where you're trying to disarm the citizenry, that's when it's a problem. Or when you make it harder and harder for the citizenry to be able to defend itself.
I saw some clips of Biden, and tell me what you think about his talking points. He wants to take away the umbrella of protection from the gun manufacturers, A, and B, for gun owners, a responsible gun owner, you should have your weapon locked away. If somebody gets access to it, like maybe a family member, and does a mass shooting, you should be held 100% responsible.
Well, first of all, those aren't the only two things that he's going for. You know what I mean? Those are two of many things that he's trying to pass. Listen, I don't work for fucking gun manufacturers. I'm not here as some sort of lobby for gun manufacturers. You know what I mean? Except the black ones, maybe. Shout out to Surplus Army. But at the same time, I think they're trying to do things to discourage, to try to make it discouraging for the manufacturers to want to manufacture. You know what I mean? If they feel like, oh, I'm going to make something that's potentially going to get me, mad little litigation, I guess certain companies are not going to want to do that. I don't know. Mm-hmm. That's neither here nor there. And as far as keeping your shit locked away, that kind of should be done anyway. Any responsible gun owner should have their shit locked away. It shouldn't just be willy-nilly sitting on a goddamn dresser. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you got children around and all that type of shit. If you live by yourself, then I understand. Yeah, you might have your shit, or you live amongst responsible adults. You might have your shit on your nightstand and all that type of shit. But if you have children and all that type of shit, most people that I know that have guns and stuff like that, they have like gun safes and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So who are they talking about here? You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about here? I don't know.
Maybe it's a made up scenario, huh? They're making it seem like gun owners got the guns laying out, and
they're
that's
trying to act like the age too, like he just turned 18 and he went the next day and bought an AR and all this type of shit. Like, this hatred of ARs is crazy. Like, ARs are not what they use, is not a military rifle. They don't use ARs in the military. AR is not an automatic rifle. It's a semi-automatic rifle, meaning it only can shoot as fast as your finger goes. So, they act like, an AR, some shit that, like, that's not what it does. Like, you know what I mean? So, but it is a good self-defense type of rifle. You know what I mean? And if shit got crazy out there, it is probably one of the go-tos for civilians. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah, the military version of that is the M4, you know?
Right. Right.
So yeah, they keep trying to like demonize these things that if shit got crazy, and again, I keep going back to this tyrannical government because I see a lot of tyranny going on. They keep going back to the trying to limit us for things that we would have to use to protect ourselves from whoever. Let's say America somehow got invaded. Let's just say. Let's say it got invaded. And now the people needed to defend themselves from
Right. Who's coming to save America? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like it's not going to be just the army, like the people. You know what I mean? The people in America with guns would be in the fight.
Right. Yeah, what I meant by that, Lord Jamar,
it's like in the Ukraine, is not just their military, the people are in the fight.
Yeah. You know how we rush and give aid to other countries? Who's going to help us? It's going to have to be, it's going to rely on the hands of the people.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, you know, and in response to all these mass shootings, again, you know, when we were in Houston, you know, I'm talking to the Uber driver and shit. And I'm like, let me ask you, you know, you're in Texas. Do you conceal carry? He's like, absolutely. You know, he said, the reason why that shit happened at a school is because that's one of the only places you can fucking do it in Texas and not have the threat of getting shot by a civilian. Think about it. They have constitutional carry in Texas where anybody basically can open carry and you don't even need a license. So now if somebody like that was to walk in a supermarket like Buffalo and all of that and do that shit in Texas, you know how many people's gonna fucking pull out on this dude and just put this motherfucker down? That's why they would never do no shit like that would ever happen in any regular public space in Texas. It can only happen at a school where there are no firearms and all that type of shit. You understand? Right. Where they knew nobody was going to have firearms there. That's why it can happen like that. But other places where there's concealed carry and all that, and the threat of civilians being able to react to it immediately and not have to wait for the police and all that, because that's another thing. Like, how many movies have you seen where they're like, they start the crime and now they're timing it because they know how long it takes for the police to get somewhere? You know what I mean? Shit, I know I got at least fucking 2 minutes to fucking do some shit, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And 2 minutes is a fucking long time if you want to fucking cause some fucking problems.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So who the hell has 2 minutes? Hey, Miss Ravioli, what up? I seen your email and all that. I emailed you back. So yeah, just on that level, man, you can't be waiting for no police, man. We need to be able to.
So let me ask you this.
More people need to be able to conceal carry in order to prevent shit like this. In order to prevent shit like this.
Let me ask you this. In regards to these events, these latest events, right, with these shootings, is it your opinion? Now, obviously, they're politicizing it for a particular agenda. Is it your opinion that these are orchestrated events or organic events?
Come on, man. You know what it is. You know what it is.
Well, I'm asking because I feel like
my opinion is it's orchestrated. Yep.
Okay, every single one?
every single one that they're promoting.
Because I feel like whether it's orchestrated or organic, they're going to just use it for their narrative.
Absolutely.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, could a couple of them be organic? Yeah, maybe they'll be like, oh shit, we didn't even do that one, but it falls right into the, you know what I mean? So fuck it. Let's just put that in the pot or whatever. You know what I mean? As long as it helps us. See, the one in Xavier doesn't really help them when they get to the details of it. So they mention, 4 people got shot at a graduation, but they didn't really get to the specifics of, hold up, a woman that was there with her own pistol is the one that stopped the shooter from letting it escalate even further. So the 4 people that died, he was included in the 4 that died. You understand? Mm-hmm. So he only got 3 people where he could have got, who knows how many if it wasn't for this woman.
Right.
But they don't want to talk about that aspect of it because that takes away from the narrative. That takes away from, and that was literally the day after was it Uvalde shooting, I believe. Yeah, it was the day after that happened.
Right.
You're not hearing about that the same way.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy, yo.
Well.
Yeah, they were pushing the racial narrative in Buffalo too hard, too, to try to get us all excited and thinking all hasty and shit like that. I'm just saying, man, listen, don't fall for this shit, y'all. Just don't fall for it. Stay the course. They can't legislate. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not about legislation. It's about mental. It's about mental reformation. Not legislation, it's mental reformation.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Unfortunately, I feel like this is not going to be the last event in no time soon.
No, because they want to keep this in the public eye. They want to keep people scared. They want to be like, see, enough is enough. When are we gonna, when are you gonna what? When are you gonna what? Try to ban the shits altogether? You think that's gonna stop fucking murder? Like, I'm sorry, sir. It's not. But what it is gonna do is make the fucking citizenry now defenseless. Against who? The same motherfuckers making the laws. And if you dumb motherfuckers allow your emotions to control you once again, I'm tired of being Mr. I told you so. I'm tired of it. Like, for real, I'm tired of it.
They're gonna label you.
Yo, you been said that. Yo, you been said. Yeah. Yeah.
Lord Nostradamus.
I've been said that, right? Now,
Nostradamus.
I ain't gonna front. You been saying. Now, when you motherfuckers vote the wrong way and allow these motherfuckers to, you know what I mean? Because it's not a white boy thing. The Second Amendment is not a white boy thing. It's not a Republican thing. The way they're trying to paint it, as if you support Second Amendment rights and all that somehow you're down with Trump and all this other bullshit. And man,
yeah, they try to make it partisan. They make it partisan.
Yes, and they're making it racial. They're making it racial. But we would be the ones, the most vulnerable. We would be the most vulnerable if we allow shit like that to pass. So please don't let that happen.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon. Seems like every other day is something going on. Every other day.
They want it to be like that. That's not natural. Every other day, there don't be no damn mass shootings. Like, why now? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
why? And
Right.
but also they do admit that the whole lockdown shit helped to exacerbate people's mental fucking shit. And you think that's not part of what they wanted to do with the whole lockdowns and quarantines and all that type of shit?
Mm.
Like, that shit got a lot of people buck nutty right now. They bugging the fuck out.